check it out, I'm here in Cairns, Australia. I'm taking shelter under the shade of a tree. It is hot and it is fierce in the sun. And what I want to touch on today just quickly is, you know, I promote tropical climates for optimal health, and you know that's true. You know, we are tropical animals, human beings. That's where we originated. And if you think about it, the tropics is the only place on Earth where we can essentially be naked year-round. You know, we originated in the forest, rainforest, where the temperature stays cool but still warm enough to be naked year-round, maybe with a fur at least. And also, the tropics is the only place where you can find our ideal food, which is fruit, year-round, you know, in sufficient quantity. So you really want to think about being in the tropics, or at least subtropics, if you want to feel healthy and you get enough sunshine and, you know, the good fruit and all that stuff. But here's my point of this video. Just because somewhere is tropical doesn't mean that it's ideal. I know my beard is flowing everywhere. Just because somewhere is tropical doesn't mean it's ideal. It is in fact possible that it can be way too hot in many tropical places. It is too hot here in Cairns now. You know, if you need to put on a fan, or if you need to pull down the blinds on the window, or if you need to like seek out shade like desperately on your bike. We're out on our bicycle and it's just like, oh my god, the sun is too hot, we gotta get out. You know, when it feels like that, it's too hot. Likewise, it's too cold when you're like hurrying to get inside and put on the heating, or you have to put on tons of clothing. So ideally we just want it to be perfect, where we can just walk around, relax, that sort of thing. But you know, it's difficult to find that spot. It's not necessarily perfect in any one place. Because I used to think, you know, oh, just go to the tropics and everything is perfect. It's not at all. I realized that quite often I feel it's better in Norway, just in the summer, than it is in the tropics in the sun at a place where it's too hot, you know. So too hot is too hot, too cold is too cold. Find the right place. Just because it's tropical doesn't mean that it's ideal. Just because it's freaking Arctic in Norway doesn't mean it's not possible to be ideal at certain times, given certain circumstances. So rather than just sort of simplifying it in your head and being like, tropics is ideal, Europe and North America is not ideal, think in terms of comfort. Think in terms of, am I comfortable in this temperature? Am I enjoying enough sunshine? Am I missing the sun? Like, oh, I wish there was more sun. You know, if you miss the sun, it's not enough sun. But if you feel like, oh my god, the sun, then it's too much sun. You see what I mean? And same thing with the fruit. If you're happy and you're eating delicious fruit and it's good, it's good. So yeah, I won't go any further into it. All I wanted to do is just to kind of give some perspective to the idea that tropical climates are ideal, because I know a lot of you are probably, you know, in a cold climate right now at home and thinking about, oh, I want to go to the tropics, I want to go to tropics, you know, and you see me and my brother traveling around in the tropics eating fruit and you think it's like paradise, right? Well, you know, the truth is, being too hot and being in the sun and just like, that's just as bad as being too cold, and being in the cold being like, oh, you know, it's just opposite. So we don't want too hot, we don't want too cold, we want just right. So yeah, just realize that it's not just like tropical is paradise. Tropical has the potential of being perfect, but so does the temperate part of the world during summer, you know. Maybe just moving from being in the temperate areas of the world during the summer, moving into the subtropics during the winter, or maybe even all the way to the tropics, but finding the right spot. Maybe that's the way to do it. You know, you got to find your own way. If you're interested in traveling in general, you want to go traveling this winter or whatever, we got an ebook about how to travel the world, eating fruit, having fun, doing it cheap, doing it for free even, you know, and eating fruit, essentially trying to get healthier by moving to a tropical climate. So check that out on our website if you're interested. And in the meantime, just remember, nowhere is really perfect. You have to seek out perfection at different times, at different places. Just like when you wake up in the morning, the bed isn't where you want to be. You want to get out. The bed is no longer the perfect spot for you. You head out and you do things. And then at the end of the day, you don't want to be anywhere but your bed. You just want to go to bed, you know? So even though the bed isn't good for half of the day, doesn't mean it's universally good to be in bed all the time. And the same thing with the tropics. Just because it's tropical doesn't mean we want to be there all the time, out in the sun. No, you want to find that balance and find the right spot to be at any given time. Okay? So thanks for watching. Have a good day. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're gonna have lots of cool videos about traveling, eating fruit, health, tropical lifestyles, that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that, and in the meantime, just look at the beard. I mean, just look at it.